Alright, let's play Pokemon Crystal Part 27. This is Kowbrainz here. Last part, we finally got the 8th gym badge from Claire. So, in this part, we're just going to make a few preparations for the Elite Four. I don't think we're quite ready to do it yet. I'm going to go through the list of Pokemon I've trained up in the past and try and level them all up to an even level, 40 basically. So that at the end of the level, you guys can choose which ones I take into the Elite Four with me. At this stage, I'm just going to, well, right now, I'm just going to, since Oddish evolved, grab my Sunstone out of the PC, give that to Gloom, evolve it into Blossom, I think it is. Just get a few entries for the Pokédex. That's the other thing we're going to be doing in this episode, is hunting down a few Pokemon that we missed in earlier episodes. Evolved into Blossom. Okay. Cool. There we go. Not sure if I'm going to use this at any time. It's pretty meh. Look at those stats. They're like pretty average in my opinion. So yeah, this is just going to be me going through all the Pokemon that I've caught in the past and trained up. I'll just show you them leveling up. So we've got Birdie, the Pidgeot, the Zappy, the Magneton, Balboa, the Golem. Like the movesets they've got at the moment, like some of the moves they have are a bit useless, so depending on which Pokemon you choose for me to use on my team against the Elite Four, I might teach them some moves from TMs just to give them a bit of extra help. But to tell you the truth, I've already tried out the Elite Four again, and in this game it's not actually that hard at all. I was able to beat it with 3 low level 40 Pokemon, so it's not that hard really, if you know what you're doing at least. Even then, with the low level 40s, I only had I think 3 recovery items and a few revives. Basically the ones I'd picked up along the way. I didn't have to shop for extra ones, so it's not that hard. There have been harder Elite Fours in other games, especially in the original games. I remember the period between the 8th gym and the Elite Four. It seems like there's not enough room to train because you'll be over leveled once you finish the 8th gym, but as soon as you get to the Elite Four, suddenly the tables are turned on you and everyone's at least 5 to 10 levels above you, which I thought it made things quite challenging for me at least. In this game, everyone's, well, it's not nearly as challenging at least. The levels aren't as high, so a bit of an anticlimax, maybe. You could argue that. Anyway, this girl down here, what's her name? She called me, and so I got a Leaf Stone from her. Yeah, we'll just use it on Weeping Bell, we caught a while ago. This part, I decided to hunt down the remaining legendary beasts because we've got Suicune. We may as well go after these ones. So I've racked up a few Ultra Balls and some Fast Balls from Kurt the Ball Maker, whatever you want to call him. Just come out here with a couple of Repels and Zycab in first place on my team, I guess. So we're going to use False Swipe the first couple of times we come up against these guys, just to make sure. Oh, okay, this time we might just put it to sleep first and then switch to Zycab. But we want to make sure it has one hit point left before we start throwing Ultra Balls, just to make our chances the best we can. I won't show you all of the encounters I've had with these guys because Roku took a hell of a long time for me to catch. Fucking stubborn. Like Entei and Suicune were fairly easy, I'll say that, like, but Roku took a while, so I might skip a bit. Oh, shame that. If you get them down to one hit point and put them asleep, and are using Ultra Balls or Fast Balls, that's basically, I mean, I've got my Master Ball there, but want to save that for later. If you've got them to sleep and on one hit point, that's basically the best you can do, so all you can do after that is just keep throwing whatever balls you've got and hope for the best. I won't give the rates for each of the different Pokeballs because that's all technical shit and you don't really need to know it. It's just that Ultra Balls are good, Fast Balls are better, I think, because these guys will try to escape like the first chance they get. It's lucky I didn't get roared away then, but it doesn't really matter because he's gonna flee on this turn, so I'll just throw it Ultra Ball and hope for the best, I guess. If you don't want to do this at this stage of the game, it's probably better to go and do the Elite Four. That way you actually have a good source of I was gonna say income, I don't know like what else I would call it, but at least you're getting money back. You can go back to the Elite Four and just keep battling them for extra cash and experience for your Pokemon, so it's a bit easier that way. I just decided to go for them now. I mean, it was a bit more of a challenge and yeah, I don't know. So there we go, Weeping Bell's evolved into Victory Bell. I was thinking of using the Leaf Stone to evolve Execute before, but won't worry about that, we can always do that later. So here we go, we'll find another one. Entei this time. I'm not sure if I've gone over how to find the dogs once you've got them in your Pokedex, but basically what you want to do is fly to a city and then check your Pokedex. And if you want to make sure that that city has like a route like right directly next to it that you don't have to head through a building to find, if you know what I mean. Because if you go into a building, they'll move. If you change routes, they'll move. So when you fly to this city, you want to make sure that the route that you want them on, that's the route that is like directly next to that city, you don't want them on that route, you want them on the route that's like directly next to that route. And that isn't in terms of like which routes look next to it on your map, you have to actually look at the route number. So if there's like route 37 that you want to go on, if it's on route 36, then you can move on to route 37 and hope that it moves onto that route. If it's on route 35 and you want to get onto route 37 to find it, you're pretty much screwed. Just fly to a city again to reset its location, because they only ever move one space. Every now and then they'll like randomly jump to a route of their choice. Well, it's not really of their choice, it's just randomly generated, but so that can be annoying too, but otherwise that's pretty much the easiest way to find them. So here we go again. I think we're going to hunt down Entei first here. I think it's better to focus on one, in my opinion. Hypnosis, to be honest, it's only like its accuracy is fairly low. I think it's like 60%. So if you've got like a Parasect with Spore, that's 100% rate of putting something to sleep. That's good, but the downside of that is that Parasect's really slow, so you'll probably need him at a higher level, and of course when you go higher levels you can't put him in the first spot and use repels, because repels only repel weaker Pokemon. So if you're stronger than, if the Pokemon in your first slot of your party is stronger than the Pokemon in the wild, then you won't see that Pokemon. Simple as that. Well, I hope that was simple at least. I'm not sure how these descriptions go for some people. If you need me to clear it up, then you can just post it in the comments and I'll try to link you to an article that explains it a bit better than I do. Whoa, okay, nice. So we got lucky that time. I think I might have actually cut out some of the encounters I made with Entei before. Someone suggested this nickname and I thought, yeah, what the heck. Thought it was quite a funny name to give him. Mittens, the Entei. Just imagine that. One of these huge strong beast things. Oh well. Yay, we got Entei. Okay, so let's check him out. 1 health. Asleep. Crappy moves. I don't think he learns Flamethrower, which is a bit of a bummer. Next move he learns is like Stomp, which is a normal type move. And his attack, like, I didn't explain this before, but the other thing that links the legendary beasts to, see, I caught Raikou. I told you I'd do this off screen because it took a hell of a lot of time. But the other thing that links them to the evolutions is their stats. So Flareon has a high attack stat, and so does, I'll just say that someone gave me a nickname for Raikou, but at the stage I did this, I didn't actually know what to nickname it, so whatever. Anyway, the stats of, sorry, like, the evolutions, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, their strongest stats correspond with the stats of the legendary beasts. So you'll see Raikou has high special attack and speed, which is the same case with Jolteon. In the case of Entei, it's a bit of a bummer because he's only got a high attack stat and, well, he's a fire type, and fire type moves are special attacks, so it's not that good, I guess. But yeah, there we go, all 3 of them. Nice. Last things I'm going to do quickly is level up Horny, the Nidoran, just so we can evolve him for the hell of it. We'll need to wait until we get a Moonstone to do anything else with him, but that's pretty cool for now, I think. Nidorino. Nido King's quite a nice attacker. He learns quite a few TMs like Thunderbolt and stuff, and I think he learns Surf too. But I'm not sure if his special attack is high enough that it makes him that good. Here's Lapras. Remember, you need to come here on a Friday to find him, or her, depending on what his gender is. I need to remember to name Pokemon depending on their genders. But anyway, Lapras is a really good special attacker, so, like, I mean, it can learn Psychic, Thunderbolt, Surf, and Ice Beam. And if you've got that kind of moveset, then your coverage of other types is really good. The other thing, it doesn't have that good of a special attack stat, but its defenses are really nice. Like, as you saw then, I'm double its level, and it still took me 2 hits to get it down to that much health. So it's quite strong. I don't know, I've never really used it on my team before, but still, it's a nice Pokemon to have, I guess. No, stay in your ball. Okay, yeah, we don't have anything to put it to sleep with. My throat is getting really dry. Need something to drink. Already had my coffee this morning. There we go. Loves to give people rides, huh? Okay. Comfortable way to get around. Right. Okay, no, that wasn't right. Whoops. Someone gave me a nickname for this. I thought, what the hell? Again, some of the nicknames I get sent in are pretty random, but whatever. I think this was just based off someone's username anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, now, this is what I want you to do for this part is, I've got 23 Pokemon here that I've trained up to level 40 for the Elite Four. Yeah, 23. Didn't take that long because I was able to use the speed function of Visual Blue Advance, but still, what I want you guys to do is leave a comment on this video, nowhere else, one comment each, of the 6 Pokemon you want me to take into the Elite Four, and the ones that get picked the most, obviously I'll take them in. I was going to split this into like 6 groups, depending on the types of the Pokemon and their moves. As you can see, I'm like at the moment I'm going to be listing, like you'll see, like a number of flying type Pokemon in a row. So I was going to group them together, but it doesn't really matter. Like I've tested the Elite Four and it's pretty easy, so it won't really matter if I've got a number of different types for coverage. So just pick whichever ones you want to see, and we'll see about that. You probably won't see the part or the team for a couple of parts. The next part we have to go through Victory Road, but still. Gary the Gyarados. I don't know what else to say. I don't know, like, for me personally, I'm not really sure what my favourites would have been. Maybe I haven't shown enough of them for you guys to pick favourites, I'm not sure. Just pick whatever Pokemon you'd like to see, I guess. As I said before, the movesets you see aren't really indicative of what they're going to have when I go into the Elite Four. I might decide to teach them extra moves, because otherwise I just have TMs in my bag lying around that won't be used at all. Yeah, I can teach them those. It's a bit unfortunate, some of the TMs you don't get until later that might be useful. There's also like a move tutor I've heard that gives you Thunderbolt, Ice Beam and those sorts of moves, which are really useful. It doesn't matter too much, I guess, but oh well. And that's gonna do it, really. So, thanks. Remember to vote in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. In the next video, we're going to surf. Yeah, don't think this is gonna become like a thing I do every video. This was just for the hell of it this time. Felt like making a sequence like this. Next video, we are going to go surf east of New Bark Town. and then go up a waterfall in Kanto, like that. Apparently spinning around in circles gets you up waterfalls, I don't know. Go through Victory Road, find some items, and then find an old friend, or fucker, really. So, hope you're looking forward to that. I'll see you then. Bye.